Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Chef Bizat from the Wakis Cookhouse. Today I'm just gonna show you how I make my Nigerian jollof rice. And the Ghanaians still think their jollof rice is better than ours. They can watch this video and have a rethink. Yeah, so this is I use a lot of peppers, the red habaneros, and I use also the Scotch bonnets. I use sometimes the bell peppers. I use 10 tomatoes. I use puree, and then I use onions as well. I make sure the puree is not a lot, it's just a little bit of puree. I don't put coloring in my jollof rice, and that's my plum. I don't use coloring. I don't use what do you call it now? Whatever, like smoky, all those things they put to make it smoky, to make it whatever. I don't add it. I make it as natural as possible, and it comes out really tasty. I started off by putting some oil in my pan. I don't like reheating my oil. I use a fresh clean oil for all my cooking. Now I put the onion in. I let it fry for a bit. Don't let it burn, just let it fry for a bit. For this part, I use just one onion. When I'm blending the pepper, I blend in 2 large onions with it. But then when I'm frying it this way, I just fry the onion in the oil. And I allow this to cook for a bit. I make it a low heat because you don't want the onion to go black and your oil will taste bitter. So you just let it fry the onion a little bit. Let it just turn off from being white and purple to like kind of off-white. So the onion is a little bit fried. After this, I put my puree in. It's not a lot of puree, just a little bit, like a spoon of puree or 2 spoons of puree. Depends on the amount of rice you're cooking. I stir this into the hot oil. Make it just fry for a bit. Make it cook for a bit on a low heat so it doesn't burn the puree, because you don't want to have a black looking puree in your rice. It's not healthy, plus it can change the taste of your rice. Here I put the puree in, stirred it for a little bit, and then put my blended peppers into it. Stir it for a little bit, and now I add my spices into this pepper, just like you're making stew, right? So I had my, what's it called, bouillon stock. Again, I use Knorr cubes. Sometimes I use some chicken cubes and stuff, but in this case I've used Knorr cubes. I've added my sea salt to taste. um Sometimes these Knorr cubes can be difficult to crack, like to squeeze, but I force it sometimes and it's artful. I have to sometimes pound it with a small mortar to get it into my food. Yeah, so here you stir it. I've added a bit of curry, a tiny bit of nutmeg. I put rosemary. I put thyme. I put what do you call it now? Sometimes moringa seeds. I blend my moringa seeds and add it. Yes, this is curry, nutmeg, rosemary, thyme, and um, rosemary, thyme, curry, nutmeg, some jumbo stock, and then I had all of this into it, and then I stir it together to make it have those flavors. Like, that's what Nigerian jollof rice is all about, flavors. We love flavors, but I don't use like all sort of flavors. Like, I only used what you already know, the curry, thyme, rosemary, those things. Any extra flavors like coloring, like something to give it a color, a funny taste, or to make it taste like it's a burnt rice, I don't do those things. My rice comes out natural, real, good. The color is what you get, is what you see. Is the exact amount of pepper I use just gives it the color I want. I don't use coloring to give it color. I use my peppers and the right ingredients to give it the right color. So now I wash my rice, wash it very clean. Like, I have to wash it like 4 or 5 times. I don't mind until the water stops looking whitish. Then I put this into the sauce that is already frying, is already cooking in my pot. I pour my rice into it. Yeah, and here is it. You mix it, stir it very well, make sure it's very tasty. Then you put your rice into it. And yeah, I put my rice into it, I stir it together. I kind of increase the heat a bit so it can boil up really fast. However, I make sure that as it's boiling, after some time, I'm still going to reduce the burn. I'm still going to reduce the fire so it doesn't burn my rice too much. Sometimes you cannot really avoid jollof rice from burning. It's still going to burn a little bit, but let it burn naturally, not because you've added something to give it a burnt taste or smell. People call it smoky jollof rice, but I tell you that thing is so unhealthy because if the rice burns naturally a little bit, that's fine. But if you have to add something to give it a taste or a smell like a burnt rice, then you're ruining people's health and God is watching you. So I don't do that. Now this is my rice looking good. And then I'm just going to leave it to boil and cook until I'm going to cover it. Let it boil and swell up a bit. And then when it's swollen, what I do is I then cover it up with foil or something to just seal the top. I'll seal it up and then I will seal it up so it's airtight because you don't want air to get into it too much. You let it boil and boil very well. And then when you come back and open it, the rice would be swollen. Sometimes there won't be water in it, but when you taste it and it's already soft, you don't want to put too much water in it because your rice can become soggy. Rice is very tricky. It's going to look like it's not soft yet and the water is dried, so you would think of adding more water. Don't be too tempted. A little water, reduce the fire as much as possible, reduce it as much as possible, seal it up as airtight, don't let any air come into it, and then you cover it up. Allow it to cook for a long time in a very like the lowest heat you can think about. And this is how my rice came out. That's my jollof rice looking so nice. You need to try it. It's got a mixed flavors, nice natural flavors. And I had it with some fried turkey. I like my turkey stewed, but just for the sake of this video, I didn't have enough time to do that. Please kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you put a thumbs up down there and put all your comments down below. If there's anything you would like us to cook for you, or if there's something you would like to ask, put all your questions in the comment section and I'll come back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.